video game podcast starts now.
Hello and welcome. That went well. For some reason, Jordan, you and I were both, while that video had been played, we were just there staring at the screen. Hope you enjoyed our faces if you watched us live. No idea what's happened to Andre. He's just as we started the podcast, he disappeared. So God knows what happened there. I think he just got bored. So welcome to Click It Play. Yeah, exactly. Who needs him? Who needs Americans? We've already got rid of one. Let's get rid of the other. Welcome to Click Click Play, episode 39, our first show post Top 100. And I've been so busy / other things that I forgot to get a guest on. So welcome. It's just me right now. It's just me and Jordan. No idea what happened to Andre. I imagine maybe his tacos got delivered. He seems to always have.
Jesus.
He always seems to have food during the podcast. I've been racist, Jordan.
Okay.
Dear me. How have you been?
Yeah, good. Had a fun weekend, a pretty boozy one. Went to a Diwali party on Friday.
Diwali?
With somebody that you know.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Diwali.
Who do I know?
I don't want to mention people's names on such a popular podcast.
Is it begin with an N?
Yeah.
Oh, lovely guy. Say hello to him for me next time.
I will. And yesterday I just sat in pubs drinking all day, so it's been a really successful weekend.
Nice. Yeah, I was playing Rainbow Six Siege while getting drunk last night. That game is not better with alcohol.
No.
Of all the games to play.
Precision comes to mind with that game.
Precision and like requiring a lot of thought and careful planning. Yeah, not good when you're drunk.
I'm trying to think of any games that are like markedly better when you've had a drink. Like I enjoy having a drink while playing games, but I'm trying to think, is there anything in particular any game that's better for it? I can't think that there is.
It sounds bad, but maybe driving games. I get more in the zone. It's not the one that springs to most people's minds. If you're too drunk, but like when you're playing just in the games, guys, do not drink, please. Do not drink and drive. Very irresponsible. But it's like after one or two, if you're playing a game, you get really into the zone. One game that you should
multiplayer games are like the best drunk
party games and stuff. Yeah. That makes sense.
Oh yeah, what's his name? Jackbox. Oh, there's a new Jackbox. I haven't played it yet, but apparently it's
seems like every week there's a new Jackbox on the Switch. Like every week there seems to be top of the pile.
Oh dear. We just say in the chat, Rob says he fell asleep playing Gran Turismo Sport in VR last night because he was so drunk. Responsible there. Yeah, GTA is quite fun drunk. But
yeah, GTA, yeah.
Simpsons Road Rage Hit and Run's great to play while drunk. And Jackbox 4. Yeah, I'm gonna have a look at the Jackbox 4, see people streaming it. Apparently it's geared towards a lot of streamers, so I'm interested. So you're back, Andre.
Yeah, my bad. I said oh shit, and I noticed that my fucking computer was at like 2%, and my computer usually turns off at around 15%, which was weird. So I was like, oh no, and I had to connect my computer for a bit.
Is it Apple?
It's a Mac, yes.
Sounds right.
10-year-old Mac.
Yeah, I've got an iPad that it's like the first generation iPad, and my god, that battery. It goes from 60, then it goes down to 40, and then off within about 5 minutes. Great.
It's the best. Wait, is this the podcast?
Yeah, this is welcome to the podcast, Andre.
Oh, hey everybody. Good to be here.
So I haven't actually introduced anybody because it was all a little bit of a mess up because I started playing the song and for some reason Jordan and our faces were on the screen while the podcast was playing. Oh, and I've also just remembered that I haven't turned off any alerts, so people just heard a bit of Lionel Richie saying hello. Then, what a great start.
Hello.
Andre, tell everybody who you are.
Hey everybody, I'm Jose. I'm a giant. And that's about it.
So hi.
You want to know what I'm up to this week? Is that what you want?
No, but you could maybe explain why I said, "Hey Andre, introduce yourself." Hi, I'm Jose.
Hey, I'm Andre, Jose, whatever you want to call me, just call me. You know what I'm talking about?
So yeah, are you at TwitchCon today?
Oh yeah, I'm going to TwitchCon. I'm gonna be meeting all the major streamers. I'm gonna be blowing the major streamers too in the party room in the back.
Oh yeah.
So if you are a major streamer, I'll do anything to become famous.
You know what? I was really surprised at how tall Dr. Disrespect is. He's like 2 meters.
I don't know who that is, nor do I give a fuck.
He's fucking jacked. I know that.
Yeah,
I saw a picture of him on Twitter, and he had his top off, and he was fucking yoked.
Oh, send me a picture of that. He was dancing with a mini Dr. Disrespect. He's a really cool guy, really funny streamer. I don't really follow massive streamers, you know, with thousands and thousands of viewers. No offense to anybody that I follow who's in the chat, but he's one that you can just watch for a bit and just laugh.
Yeah, no, fuck all big streamers. That's what I say.
Yeah, Andre is a giant YouTube star. He's not a streamer though. He puts time and effort into his 30-second videos.
Yeah.
and your reviews. Have you?
Hey guys, if you haven't already, check out this the new Red Dead trailer.
He's not
called
got Tourette's.
Screaming Cowboy musical. It's incredible.
In fact, should we?
I'm gonna make a video of that.
For those of you won't be able to see it, but you'll be able to listen to it. This is some of the music from Screaming Cowboys. Is it Screaming Cowboys? Screaming Musical Cowboys. Just listen to this. Get ready for it. Ready? Here we go. Oh yes!
Yeah.
And it's about 3 minutes of that.
God, that's gonna be my ringtone. I swear to God.
Oh, that's brilliant.
It's gonna be my alarm clock, my ringtone, my everything.
I need to add that to my Stream Deck because I've been messing around getting loads of new sound effects, including a very, very important sound effect which only people in the chat will be able to hear.
Oh,
no, they won't. They won't be able to hear because various reasons that I've just remembered. But yeah, so no, you won't be able to hear it. You will be able to hear it on my normal streams though, when I don't have the podcast scene up. All right, so yeah, who are you, Jordan?
I'm Jordan fucking Reese.
Jordan fucking Reese.
Jordan fucking Reese. And what have you been up to?
I got so drunk on Friday, I decided to start writing rap music.
Go on then.
I was on the train on my way, like going out, and I wrote like half a rap song about myself.
Oh, it's about yourself.
Oh,
wow.
God.
I was expecting like an Eminem reply, like a diss track.
No.
Can we hear it?
Maybe another time.
Well, you're sipping orange juice there. So I can't wait.
When I've got
Play that beat. Go.
Wiki.
Oh,
Right. But the Baltimore in the chat says Jose/Andre looks so happy, which makes me really happy. You do seem very happy.
He does seem happy today, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I didn't think he'd ever come back. Like last week, he was pretty fucking distraught. Like on the third hour.
God, last week I was dying. It was
turn against me, you cunt.
Oh God.
That was the longest podcast I've ever done.
We worked together. We got Last of Us as #1. Which, now that I think about it, after watching the Screaming Cowboy video, I want to re-argue #1.
Red Dead. Oh, yeah.
No, after listening to your message that you sent us of you singing the Metal Gear Solid 3 theme song, I truly think Metal Gear Solid 3 should be higher. Like I listened to it like 20 times in like my truck.
Jordan singing it?
Singing along. I have no idea. Was that you singing it? Because it was really good.
Yeah, of course it was me. Who else is bloody singing the whole fucking Metal Gear Solid 3 theme tune?
Need to download that audio, play that.
So all I would say is I don't think Metal Gear needs any more of a bolstering on that list. I think we pretty much covered Metal Gear.
Speaking of Metal Gear, I went to play it and realised I can't because I have absolute no fucking idea where the charger to my Vita is. Why am I still hearing hello sound? Oh, I know why. Okay, but I'll turn off in a second.
Hello.
Shall we go into the games?
Which Vita have you got, Ben? The fat one or the slim one?
This is it. It's the one that
I'm not watching the stream, so you need to tell me.
Is this the fat? I think it's the fat one. It's the one. It was the one that first came out. with that stupid.
So it's got a proprietary charger then, yeah.
Yeah, it's got those weird. Yeah, have the new chargers got like the universal?
Yeah. So
that's so annoying.
But if you just go on Amazon, like
they're like
£10, and you'll get like a USB charger for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that because I fancy playing it.
But at the same time, kind of don't want you playing Metal Gear, to be honest, because don't want you coming on this podcast and talking shit about my boy Solid Snake.
Yeah.
No, I think you'd like it, especially if it's on the Vita. Like that's how I played it for the first time, and like I had a great
on the Vita. It works really well, and it kind of it disguises the dated visuals a little bit as well on the Vita. Because obviously it's a smaller screen.
I think it's good. I'd really like to stream it, but Vita TVs are difficult to find for some reason. Despite nobody wanting them, but you still can't find them.
So weird.
Yeah, but I'm going to try and find one because then I can couple it up, or I could just use an emulator.
Yeah, do that. Play it on your phone.
No, but like I could stream it and have it as just playing it. I don't know if there's a good emulated version of Metal Gear Solid. I'm surprised they haven't.
I promise you there is.
There totally is. There totally is.
I'm just worried about with emulators.
PS1 emulation is nailed.
Yeah. I'm just worried about them being like having corrupt files and things like that, and having to start it again.
No, I can walk you through. It's real easy. It's fine.
Okay, might have to do that sometime.
I played through. I don't know if I probably spoke about it on this podcast, but I played through Resident Evil 2 via emulation recently, and it was fine.
Nice. Okay, well maybe I'll do a Metal Gear Solid a blind playthrough stream. See if anyone's interested in that. Rob says buy a GameCube, find the Twin Snakes, and play that version. Is that right?
No. No. Ignore that.
I stopped reading at buy a GameCube. Then I was like, okay, yeah, he's. What good games came out on the GameCube apart from Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles?
Smash Bros. Melee.
Yeah, Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles 2.
Oh god, do you know they had like loads of sequels to that game? There's massive. There's like a big series of games based on that world. I had no idea.
Yeah, Crystal Chronicles is the best Final Fantasy game. So whatever.
Has the best music. Jesus Christ! Wow, yeah, we need to have podcasts at this time in future. I think it's great. Do you know the reason why I asked?
I actually enjoy this time better.
Me too.
Because it's like I just wake up. I'm like, I have my quick breakfast. I literally, when my computer was charging, I had a waffle. It was great.
So yeah, and then also because at 9 o'clock when we do it normally, you're having food delivered. That's your dinner time.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not even that hungry right now. I'm gonna be hungry by the end of this, and then I can go out and get something to eat.
Yeah, maybe we could do it then from 6 o'clock in future. I mean, I'm fine for that. The reason why I changed it was
I'm 100% down.
There's the what's the name? The American Grand Prix, Formula 1 Grand Prix starting at 9.
Oh, thank God! Oh my God, I need to get on that as soon as possible.
Yeah, it's in Texas.
Yeah. Oh, it's in Texas. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Nothing bad happens from Texas.
Yeah.
God,
guys,
I want to be able to sing all that.
You all need to watch that cowboy video. We'll put a link to it in the chat. If
hey, send me a picture of you guys screaming, or just like of you guys going like this. And I will make I'll make a new intro to this podcast.
Yeah, because we need to get Manny's face out, don't we?
Yeah, we need to get my brother's face off of it.
Totally.
So I'm down.
Hey. Oh, and also
Colin Moriarty of our group.
Yeah.
No, Colin Moriarty is successful. All right. Yeah.
Has a hard work ethic.
Going off and fucking jerking off.
Yeah, he actually sent us a message saying, "I'd quite like to be on the podcast today, but I'm really hungry." No,
back right off.
I bet it could.
I've never seen somebody quit for like so many times, but still be on the show.
Yeah, right.
Also, speaking of Manny, and speaking of the devil, it's his birthday today.
Yay! Happy birthday, that pile of garbage. I'm walking here. Oh, but yeah, happy birthday, my brother. I haven't called him yet. I'm gonna call him after this podcast is done.
Have you sent a card?
Fuck that. I'm not white. White people send cards. It's so strange.
No, I was thinking earlier that like I don't send cards anymore, and I kind of feel guilty because people still send me cards, and I'm like, but I think, what's the point? What's the point? It's a waste.
Exactly. I literally have 1,000 cards stuffed into my closet because I'm like, do I throw these out? I feel rude. So So me and my girlfriend just put all of the cards we were given in like a little thing. It's funny because my girlfriend sends cards to everyone for every occasion, and she's white, which I guess explains 90% of that.
I mean,
but my family, my family, like got a card from her. It's like, why did she send us this? I'm like, I don't fucking know.
White girl.
Yeah, she's a white girl. What can I say?
Wow. We've had in the chat someone say we should replace Manny with Mellum. From next week, we're gonna hopefully have new guests. Definitely, we should get Mellum on here. He's great.
Oh, melon. I thought they were saying replace him with a melon, which I was like, yeah, that would work.
Well, personality. Shall we?
Personality and better tasting games. I guess.
Point sight.
Should we get? Speaking of games, did you say games, Andre?
I said games.
Time to play the game. It's all about the game and how you play it. All about control. And if you can take it, all about your debt. And if you can pay it, it's all about pain. And who's gonna make it?
What games are you playing, you complete bastard, you? Yeah, so what games are we playing?
Stardew Valley. Woo!
Yeah. Still?
God damn, I'm in love with the game on the Switch. I'm on winter right now, and I fucking cannot wait because I forgot how tough winter is. Because I have all these animals, and now I'm running out of hay. Now I have to buy hay. It's tough. Winter is coming, and it's here, and it's killing me.
Other than that,
what's like the worst thing that can happen in Stardew Valley? You can't die, I guess.
No, all your animals can die.
Oh God. So like, if say I've got a cow and it dies, is there like a carcass of a cow left in the field?
Yeah, you actually have to like make sure you clean up the body before the other animals start to eat it. Yeah.
Christ. That game is
other
dark.
animals start to eat it, and then like they become infected, like, and you have to buy medicine to make sure they don't shit. No, I'm just kidding. None of that happens. Okay. I've never had an animal die on me because
you blow my fucking mind. There, can they die though?
I think they can. I think if you don't feed them, they become really unhappy and then they die.
Jesus.
Like I forgot to feed a chicken like for 2 days, and I went up to him and I tried to talk to him, and he was all mad. And he's like, "Yo, Mr. Cluck Cluck is angry at you." I'm like, "Oh fuck." He's very skinny now. I'm like, "Oh no," and he wasn't laying eggs. But yeah. Other than that, I've been playing Mass Effect, Game of the Year, Andromeda.
Oh, was it this Mass Effect Andromeda Game of the Year with all the single player DLC included?
Yeah, all the single player DLC included.
True.
Right now, I'm about 2 hours into that game. I haven't continued playing it since I started.
So
but like, I really fucking like what I'm playing so far. It's so strange. Like I'm really enjoying it. It feels like a direct continuation of Mass Effect 3. Like the shitty dialogue, like the weird cutscenes, like. But I just like this idea of like 600 years in the future. Like these people have been. It's weird because they don't like. They're not in awe of what's happening to them at all. Like if that was me and I woke up 600 years in the future, billions of light years away, I'd be like, "Fuck, guys, this is crazy, right?
Yeah,
like this is insane." But like everyone's just like, "Yeah, it's 600 years." Literally, everybody you know is dead. Everyone you've ever known has been dead for centuries.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. There's like a weirdness to like everyone's calmness. I guess it makes sense since everyone volunteered for this mission. But I don't know. I really like the idea of that game. Hopefully it falls apart, and hopefully I hate it.
It never fell apart for me. I really enjoyed it. I like you. Kind of it's massive escapism. It's something that it'd be really cool to actually be there. Like for that to happen to you.
Jordan's shaking his head furiously. But what's it called? But like I like the movement. I like being able to jump around. Like the worst part of every single Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 is like the part in the Citadel when you just have to walk around for like 30 minutes, just slowly walking. Like your guy does like a really shitty jog, and it takes forever to do anything. And like the loading screens are the worst. And like this game, it's like cool. Like you run around, you can like boost and fucking jump high up in the air. It's. I like the movement. I like the combat more than I like the what's it called so far. I'm just fine by myself right now. But like, it feels more action oriented. It doesn't feel like an RPG, which I guess is your problem with it. But yeah, I really enjoy it when I'm playing so far.
Have you been underground yet?
Am I what?
Have you been underground?
Underground? No.
Okay.
No. Right now, I'm still on the first planet. I'm still like walking around it.
You've not reached the Citadel
It's like an
yet.
open world type thing, right?
Have you
like
not?
You can, like just go.
Yeah. Have you not reached the Citadel yet? Then. Well, not the
Yes,
Citadel,
I've
but the big.
Yeah, I've reached what is the Citadel in this game. Yeah, that's where I am right now.
All right. Yeah. Okay. The next the next planet you go to is really impressive as well.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm excited. But I started playing Borderlands right after that, and I was like, man, I'm playing the Telltale Borderlands game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if you guys played that, but like I just beat the first episode. It's really like I don't even like Borderlands that much. Like, but this story is cool. It reminds me of like Firefly and like it's like a Western almost. I guess Borderlands has always been some type of Western. But yeah, the Telltale Borderlands game, I really recommend that. I'm starting to like it a lot more than I liked no, actually not Wolf of Wall Street. The Wolf Among Us. The Wolf Among Us is a great game.
They will make a Wolf of Wall Street Telltale game at some point.
I would fucking love that.
What's the
You know what they have to make? They have to make a Scott Pilgrim. What's it called?
Oh, this is the world.
A Scott Pilgrim
Telltale
game. I'd like that.
There's so many Telltale games I'd like, but they need to update the engine, don't they? Because I played the.
Wait, have you played The Walking Dead yet?
Not yet. No, it's in my list.
That was your homework, man. That was your homework from last week, and you didn't do it.
I haven't really played any new games. I mean, I've been quite bad this week. I've been gaming, but bad games. Okay.
Play Walking Dead.
I've got what's this called? The Guardians of the Galaxy Telltale. That was okay. It felt a bit janky, but it was The Walking Dead. Big Pop asked in the chat if we watched Mr. Robot. I'd play a Mr. Robot.
I love Mr. Robot.
Telltale. Yeah. He's great.
Mr. Robot would be a fucking dope Telltale game because that show is incredible. It's like one of the most visually stunning shows ever, and it's all written and directed by the same guy. Every episode is directed by the creator of the show, which is impressive.
It's Christian Slater, isn't it? That's in it.
Christian Slater, yeah, he's in it, and Remy Malek, who's a very talented Egyptian actor.
Yeah, he's got strong eyes.
Yeah, he's playing Freddie Mercury in the new Queen movie, which that's a very weird choice for a character.
Yeah, although Freddie Mercury was part Egyptian or something, wasn't he? Or
was he?
He had interesting roots. Okay, we've gone on to Queen. Anything else, Andre, you've been playing?
I think that's it. That's all. I just wanted to get all my shit out there.
So let's go over to Jordan Rees. Hi. So you a big fan of Mass Effect Andromeda?
Oh yeah, it's really good. It's probably my favorite Mass Effect.
Mine too. That's a coincidence.
The only thing I don't like about Mass Effect Andromeda is the fact that it completely killed the franchise and they have to cancel the entire thing after it because it did so poorly in terms of reception. But each to their own, I guess. So somebody's just said in chat, who would win a fight out of you guys? Let's talk about that.
Well, I lost it last week when I was trying to get Red Dead Redemption as number 1. So, guessing Jordan.
Cool. I'll take that one then.
Yeah.
So, in terms of games, Total Impulse buy on the Switch. But I check in with the Switch like every week just to see what's on the store. You never really know. Mostly Neo Geo games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And like I said, every week you seem to have a Jackbox game released on there. But there was a game on there called Judge spelt with a Y instead of a U. And it kind of looked like a Judge Dredd ripoff, so I was already intrigued. And I think it's been on Steam for a while, so I read some reviews, and people seem to like it. Top-down shooter, so I went for it.
Mm-hmm.
It's about 10 quid, something like that. Plays like a slower Hotline Miami.
Oh, sweet.
But doesn't have let's not get too excited. It's nowhere near as good as Hotline Miami. So don't go and buy it because you're expecting that. But it's that kind of gameplay, kind of top down, making your way through buildings with various rooms and taking having to take everybody out without getting killed yourself. The way the game is set up, there's like loads of different augmentations. So you're basically like a RoboCop / Judge Dredd type character. You can augment the character itself. There's like 5 different slots that you unlock, and there's shitloads of mods that you can apply to him. Things like if an enemy comes near you, they'll be electrocuted, extra armor, just loads of weird stuff. And you can also mod out the gun as well. There's like 3 or 4 slots on the gun that you can upgrade with it. But again, just massive lists of upgrades that you can unlock. So it seems like there's a lot of replay value in it. And when you finish a level, there's actually objectives that you can, like optional objectives within the level. So like complete it within a certain amount of time, or find all the pieces of evidence in a level, or open all the loot boxes, stuff like that. So you'll go back and replay it, and for each of those you get kind of a piece of currency which will unlock levels down the line, and also let you install like higher level mods. So I'm really enjoying it. Like I said, total impulse buy, but if you like Hotline Miami and you want something that's a bit more replayable, because as good as Hotline Miami is, both of them I just played through once and I've never really gone back to them, whereas this is a bit more kind of, you'll do a level and you'll scrape your way through it, and then I imagine I'll probably come back to some levels at a later point when I'm more upgraded to kind of get the optional stuff done. That seems to be the way it's set up. Yeah, I'd recommend it if you're looking for something like that on the Switch.
And how much is it?
In the UK, it was either like £10 or £15.
Okay.
£10 seems like the right price for it, I would say. There seems like there's a lot of content. And like I said, a lot of replayability on it as well. So yeah, recommended.
How many quids is it?
How many quids? That's about 3.5 quids.
3.5 quids. Oh, how many
pints?
How many pints can I get?
London half.
And the other games I've been playing, well, I finished.
Just before you go on to that though, how awesome is it that like there are games coming out for the Switch that I don't know about? Like I remember the first month or two, I'm like, I know every game on the Switch. I've read it. I've read every instruction. I was even getting close to downloading. Is it a Disgaea? Is it Disgaea, the game that was?
Oh, Disgaea.
Yeah. Was it Disgaea?
Yeah.
Not Disgaea. Sounds interesting. No, I was going to play that one, but it was too expensive, and like I was just desperate for games. But now, like they've been released left, right, and center.
Yeah, I check in every week because there's always something weird on there that I didn't know was coming out. This game's a really good fit for it.
Yeah, I was really close to buying Fire Emblem Warriors, but like all the reviews are really negative right now. So I'm like, I'm not a huge fan of the Warrior series type games. So I probably wouldn't even.
So what makes you want to buy it?
Because it's on the Switch, and I really
everything.
I just like. I will buy a piece of shit if it was on the Switch. I'd be like, oh, that sounds interesting.
Because that's like a full price game, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. That's like the one thing stopping me. I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna play. I'm not a huge fan of Fire Emblem. I've only played one.
I haven't played any Fire Emblem, but I really want to, and I'm pretty sure I'm guessing they've announced the Switch version of some kind of Fire Emblem game. I would guess.
They announced this one, like a real one, like a real.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. But this is like a Warriors one. It's just going to be Dynasty Warriors, but reskinned. So
I wondered what that was. Yeah, I think there's a new one coming out in 2018. What they said.
Yeah. But yeah, just go back to your point, Ben. Like. Even at the end of this year, so there's not even like a full year. I think the library on Switch is pretty impressive, and it's not slowing down. Like one of the, I'll spoil a piece of news we've got later, but Doom's coming out on November 10th.
November 10th.
Obviously, you've got Mario coming out in a few days.
Yeah.
And I think on the 1st of December you've got what is it? Xeno.
Oh, Xenoblade.
Yeah, that's coming out.
You know. So full on fucking like JRPG, which I really hope is good because I'd love to have. I don't know. I just want more games on the Switch and like really big games as well. As much as the indie stuff works really well, you can. That's one thing I want to say about Judge. Actually, it's the first game that I've played on Switch where I felt like, oh, actually, this would be better on a bigger screen. It was totally playable, but there were certain bits, and it's probably more about like the art style that they've used. It isn't like the prettiest game. There were times where I was like kind of struggling to work out, only for like split seconds, but struggling to kind of see enemies and stuff like that, which was a shame. But I think that's more the game's fault than the system.
I wonder if the Mario game is going to be good on a big screen. Because things with Zelda, I played the majority of Zelda like not handheld. I played it on my PC. Well, on PC, but on like a full size TV screen, and it was It's perfectly fine for me. I really enjoyed it like that. I can't really imagine playing it handheld. I will though, so I need to play that more.
Exclusively play handheld.
I got to play Mario Odyssey at like the Best Buy. They had like a little kiosk with it. Oh. My God, that game is so fucking beautiful. I fucking love that. I cannot wait to play that game.
Me neither. And like you could tell it was going to be beautiful just when Mario and Rabbids came out, and I was like, whoa, this. Oh, okay, it looks really, really good. So the fact that Mario's going to come out, probably looking even better than that. Pretty exciting stuff. Where? So yeah, John, you've had some White Goose squirted at you?
Yeah, and I've also been playing Evil Within. So I finished the first one. I probably talked about it last week, I'm guessing, in terms of stuff I was playing, but I kind of absolutely marathoned through that this week. It's a weird one. I can kind of see now from finishing it why there seems to be, as much as the general consensus is negative around Evil Within, I kind of understand now why there are some people that really kind of stand up and defend it, especially like in the horror crowd. I think it's a really good horror game. It's not a good Resident Evil game, and it kind of you can tell they really want to go for just the outright horror stuff, but they're also trying to replicate what they did with Resident Evil 4, and it just doesn't. The closer the sections of the game which are closest to Resident Evil 4 are the worst sections of that game, because they just don't pull it off at all.
Is it trying to mess with your head a lot in that game?
Yeah, that's kind of the shtick with Evil Within. It's all kind of psychological horror, metaphysical. You never really know if the room that you're in is going to stay the room that you're in, or if you're going to be warped elsewhere. There's some really, like, Andre, you finished it very recently.
So too busy moisturizing his face on the camera.
I had to moisturize. I'm sorry.
I'm walking here.
I haven't moisturizing the new one. No.
But you finished the first one, yeah?
I actually really enjoyed the first one. I played it like twice. Yeah. I beat it.
So it's like there's some genuinely fucking scary parts of that game. I thought, like the woman that you consistently fight throughout. That was just horrible. I hated every second of fighting her. It's a horror cliche at this point, and actually the second game does a similar thing as well.
With the girl with the big chainsaw arm, that girl.
What, in the second game or the first one?
In the second game.
I have not seen a girl with a chainsaw arm.
Oh, not a chainsaw arm. She has like a big buzzsaw on her arm.
No, I haven't seen it. So there's a girl in the second one who is fucking terrifying. So let me finish off on the first game, because I do want to talk about the second one. So the first game, yeah, enjoyed it. But yeah, bad Resident Evil game, good horror game. It should have been a lot shorter, and they should have just gone for the outright fucking terrifying stuff instead of trying to make it like an arcadey shooter like Resident Evil. Just didn't work. So moving on to Evil Within 2. So I initially kind of bounced off it. I just couldn't be fucked. But then when I kind of persisted and I finished the first Evil Within, I was like, right, okay, I'm going to start this second one now. And actually, there's been some positive kind of buzz about this game this week. Like, a lot of people seem to be talking about it and seem to be enjoying it. So I thought, so today really I sat down and gave it a good go, and I played for a good few hours. Do you know what? It's really good. Like, it's completely different from the first one in terms of the way the game's set up. This is an open world game now. They've just given you a town, and you can pretty much, like, you've got a core mission that I haven't done yet. Like, I'm in the third chapter, but the first two are kind of set up, and then at the start of the third chapter, it kind of lets you kind of go in this town. And I've got a waypoint which is for the main story, but constantly I'm picking up like submission waypoints that's making me go and explore different parts of the town. And you'll just go to, like, so just to go back to the point I said around the kind of scary woman in this game, there's one house that you kind of pick up a signal for, you go there, and when you go inside, you find a diary in the bedroom, and it's somebody kind of saying that there's something in the house. She doesn't know what it is. She can't see it, but she knows there's something there watching her, and she doesn't like it, obviously. But outside are obviously like the zombies, so she doesn't want to go outside, but also she's scared of being inside too. And then the diary ends with everything feels really cold. Why do I feel so cold? And then when you put the diary down, the whole house is like freezing cold. It's like being in a freezer, basically. So you kind of go to leave the house, and then suddenly all the furniture starts flying around, and this fucking woman appears, and she's like floating in the air. I don't know whether it's hair or her clothes, but she looks amazing. It's really good art direction, and she's just kind of floating, looks menacing as fuck, and she's just saying your name like really soft. She's like, Sebastian, Sebastian, and then she just warps you somewhere, like just to a totally different, like a place I've never been, just in like some medical. Paddy in the chat has just called out Silent Hill. Absolutely.
Yeah, I was thinking
very,
as well.
Very Silent Hill. I think the first game had a lot of like Silent Hill tendencies as
really?
well.
Might be tempted to get that then, because I was just thinking, when you were talking earlier, like, you're saying how you're comparing it to Resident Evil. I was thinking, yeah, that's cool, but I want a Silent Hill game, and the fact that I'm kind of tempted to play this. Then I need a game to play on.
So the first one, like I said, it tries to be a linear Resident Evil game, and in terms of the action, the action-oriented ones, 4 onwards, tries to be one of those and kind of fails. But you can tell the guy doing this knows his horror, and it is really scary. The second one, I don't feel as tense playing it because it's open world, and you're constantly picking up resources. It doesn't feel as constrained in that way. And until I got to that house, I was kind of like, like even the zombies are nowhere near as scary in the second one as they are in the first. In the first one, I didn't really think of the people as zombies. Like, they were just fucked up people. Whereas in this one, they're very much zombies. They look like zombies. They behave like zombies, which is a bit disappointing, I think. Because they clearly wanted to do something with the first one. They had something in mind, and it was like really dark psychological horror, and obviously that didn't play off very well for them, and now they've completely pivoted.
Yeah.
But the zombie stuff aside, when they actually do the set pieces, at least what I've seen so far in the first few hours, like when you're in a place, and it's just, considering they've made it open world, they've nailed like the pacing stuff. Like I just come across that house. I didn't have to go there. I could have completely avoided it, but I went there, and the whole set piece just worked perfectly. So yeah, I'm definitely going to carry on with this game this week. It's really good.
Well, do you think you need to play the first one? Because I'm looking at it, and I'm not sure if I'd be that bothered about playing. Because you said last week that you think that a lot of the stuff, it kept making references to the first game. Do you still find that? Or
look, you can.
Read about it.
What tipped me over the edge to going back and playing the first one was the fact that I assumed that the second one I didn't even think he was going to be the same guy, to be honest. I just thought they were going to use the name. But when I started it and he was completely talking about the first game, that kind of tipped me over the edge to go back and finish the first one. But half of that is just because in the back of my mind, I've always known that game is there, and some people really like it, and I felt like I should give it more of a shot. But I would say no. I wouldn't recommend that you go and play the first one. I don't think, unless I've one of my favorite franchises is Resident Evil, so that was half of the reason that I managed to get through that game, is because I'm just interested in kind of this game, which is a weird, almost offshoot of the. I wouldn't really recommend anybody else goes and play it. The second one is just so much more polished. Like, my complaints coming out of the first one were polish and pacing. The second one is nailing both of those.
Okay.
So I would totally recommend you go and play the second one.
Yeah, I might give it a go. I want to play a game of a Halloween.
Just watch a video, like a 5-minute video that catches you up on the story, because it is, like, I don't really care for the story that they're telling, but it's there, and it's quite. There's a lot of story there, and it's pretty convoluted. It just doesn't really do anything for me, but I'm sure it does for some people.
I need a Silent Hill game. Was Alan Wake quite Silent Hilly?
No.
Oh.
Really, you don't think so? I think the beginning, at least the opening of Alan Wake was kind of Silent Hilly.
Well, like the forest stuff.
Yeah, it's like right. I mean, it goes off the rails eventually, but like the beginning, while playing, I'm like, this is a more well-controlled Silent Hill game, and then you start fucking shooting cars that fly towards you and stuff. And then it just got kind of weird, and then it doesn't become like Silent Hill.
Yeah, I've always like one of the things about Silent Hill.
I've only played Silent Hill 2, so I don't know. Like,
that's the best one.
It's known to be the best. Yeah. In Silent Hill, you're kind of purposefully underpowered in those games. You're made to feel really, really weak. And I think Alan Wake, I never felt like you got a fucking infinite torch that destroys the demons. I don't know. It's more of I looked at it more of like a Stephen King meets what's that hipster show that Twin Peaks. It's kind of, that's kind of the vibes that it gave me.
Speaking of Silent Hill, could we just say how great that film was? The first one.
It's really good, yeah.
Really enjoyed that.
Don't think it was great.
It's fantastic.
There's one part where the pyramid head guy rips the girl's skin off.
Ooh.
That was pretty cool.
That was really hot.
When they burned alive on the stake. Oh.
So the first time I watched the Silent Hill film, I streamed it. I was like in uni and I just found like a stream and watched it. And got to the end of it, and I was like, "Yeah, that was fucking awesome!" Like considering how shit video game movies normally are, like that really nails the kind of feel of Silent Hill. It's got the music and the aesthetic was spot on, and it was pretty scary as well. So I would come out of it really positive. And then I thought to myself, I thought Sean Bean was supposed to be in this film, and
oh no.
And I was like, no, I'm totally sure he is. So I looked into it, and I was like looking at kind of screenshots of the film with Sean Bean. I'm like, I didn't see any of this. And turns out what happened, the stream that I watched, it was like a fan cut, and they had just cut out Sean Bean. Which makes way more sense. So with that film, he keeps on jumping between Silent Hill and the real world, and that completely drains so much of the tension away from that film. Whereas if you watch it without those scenes, and trust me, it's way better. Like it's not Sean Bean's best moment. It feels so much more kind of like a Silent Hill game. There's no Silent Hill game where you kind of warping back into bloody New York or something, like where everything's normal, because that would really suck away a lot of the fear and the tension.
It's based on Silent Hill 2, isn't it? The film.
Yeah, it's kind of got that. I'm trying to think of the exact plot now. So she goes
policewoman.
Is she looking for the daughter, or does she take her daughter there?
She goes there, and then there's a policewoman as well, and they both like crash into the town. And then does the daughter disappear or something? Or
yeah, it's not really like wholly based on any of them really. Like that's not, but that is quite a similar plot. A lot of the early Silent Hill games are. Yeah, I'm trying to find my child or well, the first one is. It's quite a horrible story, actually. The first one is that a widower receives a letter from his late wife saying that she's in Silent Hill, which is like this town that they used to kind of holiday in. And he goes there to find her, and obviously it's all completely fucked.
That's very
It's
similar.
all run by a dog. That's the twist.
Isn't that kind of similar to the Resident Evil 7 plot? Like at the start, he gets a message from his.
Whoa! Spoiler alert! Be careful. I haven't played that game yet.
I've only played the first hour and 15 minutes because I'm playing it all in VR, and I daren't go any further. Maybe at Halloween I will.
In the chat where we're talking about Pyramid Head's actually from the second game.
Okay, I thought you were talking about the film actually. Yeah.
And it's always a bone of contention in the community when Pyramid Head turns up in like later games and the film, because Pyramid Head is a metaphysical representation of the main character's sexual anxieties. So it doesn't make sense that it turns up anywhere else, because it's completely a construct of the main character. Just a little bit of Silent Hill lore for you there.
He's a good guy, isn't he?
Silent Hill's completely fucked. Go read some Wikipedias on the Silent Hill stories.
That's
all the lore.
That's another game. If I do get the PS1 emulator going and play a bit of Metal Gear Solid, I would definitely load up Silent Hill. Was 2 on the PS2 or still PS1?
So the first one's on PS1, and then the second one is on PS2, and the third one's on PS2. And I think after that, it all starts to get a bit dicey.
Yeah.
You got Silent Hill Downpour on the Wii.
Yeah, well, you've got the fourth game, which is I think that's Silent Hill The Room or something, isn't it?
Oh yeah, that was panned.
Yeah, so I think in my head, the only ones I really consider. I'll be honest. I've never played a Silent Hill game from beginning to end. I can't. They are just too grim. There's just no escape. It's just got this horrible undertone the entire way through those. Like the early, I don't know about the later ones, but those early ones. Like I've seen the first one played end to end. I've got a really good understanding of the story of the second one, just because it's lauded. Everybody loves the second one, and it's fucking, considering what they have done in that game, it is incredible.
I'm just having a look at how.
Third one, I'm not all that sure. I know the third one looks really good. Like graphically, I was always really impressed with the third one. Massive leap between the second and the third.
Oh my god, there are so many. There's Silent Hill 2, 3, 4, which is The Room, Homecoming, Shattered Memories, Book of Memories, Downpour, Origins, HD Collection. Oh, I didn't know that. Orphan, Silent Hill Play Novel.
Really bad. The HD Collection was like, I heard they like fucked up something with the fog when you're outside. It's like, I hear it's bad.
There's Silent Hill 2 Born from a Wish, the Silent Hill Orphan 2 for the mobile, Silent Hill Camilla, and Silent Hill the Arcade. Jesus.
The pachinko machine, yeah.
Yeah, that game, I think it's only in Japan. Cool. I want more Silent Hill, even though it's Konami.
I'd probably recommend, if you're going to go back and play them, try and play the second one. I think the first one is so dated. It looks, just looking at it with a guy running around,
yeah, me too.
It looks fucking so silly.
Melamassive for a Silent Hill game made it to our list. No, but I might have thought about adding it. Silent Hill 2 maybe. And maybe I'll play Silent Hill 2 and at the end of the year when we do an update, see if I can add that somewhere. I'm up for trying that. But yeah, do Konami still own? I'm guessing they'll still own Silent Hill, won't they? But they're not doing anything with it.
Yeah, they'll always own Silent Hill.
Yeah. Hopefully they'll go back to it. Right. So, what game? Any more games, John?
No, that's it. So finished Evil Within, and
you finished it.
Just kind of got started with Evil Within 2.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm. As far as games this week, I've not really been playing any. PUBG. Still addictive, and Rainbow Six Siege I've been really addicted to. I got the season 2 pass, and then I also got the first year operator, so I've unlocked nearly all the operators. I think I've only got like 6 left to unlock. Just playing that game is so much fun, working together with people. I was playing it last night after a few beers, and it's very difficult after a few beers when you've got to be super precise and really quick reactions, and you're planning it with people. But no, I'm really enjoying it. When I'm streaming it, I know quite a few people that play that game now, so I pretty much always play with a group of 4 or 5 when I go there, which is pretty much the only way to play. You get trolls, and like the servers were, well, at one point yesterday we had 2 games where the FPS was like 1. Maybe every 2 seconds, like the screen refreshed. There was something really serious lag. But it was like that for everybody, so it was just kind of, hey, who can kill while they're not being sent backwards 2 meters? And so that was really annoying and made me feel a bit sick, especially after some beer. But I really like it. I didn't know the 19 maps on that game. If you just buy the base game, which you can for 15 euros, so like $12, $13, you can actually play every map. And technically you can get all the operators. You just have to like work hard to unlock them. Whereas if you get the season pass, you get some extra skins, and you can unlock, I think it's 6 or 8 operators from each season. It's just a really good fun game. And every person's kind of different, and they've got their own different unique, it's a bit like Overwatch style, where you've got your own like unique guns, your unique special abilities, whether it's smashing down a window or a door, or you can cut off all cameras in that area. It's just, if anyone doesn't know, it's 5-on-5, one group of terrorists, one group of like SWAT or FBI or whatever. And usually, you've got the objective where it might be to rescue the hostage, or disable something, or disable a bomb, or extract some kind of, I'm not sure what it is, but it usually boils down to the first team to kill the whole of the other team. And you can, even when you're dead, you can still like look through all the cameras and mark enemies and things.
I was about to say, I feel like I've never successfully rescued a hostage.
Oh, I've played that game for, actually, they'll tell me now. Yeah, Rainbow Six Siege. I've played that game. Oh wait, no, it comes under T for some reason. It's Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. Okay, I played it for 25 hours, and I think I've only rescued the hostage twice in 25 hours. And I'd say about a good quarter of those games are hostage rescue. Have you played it much, Andre?
I always play it when it's free weekends and stuff. I should buy it, but the thing is, I'm not good at that game. I played it a lot because I think it's a cool idea, like storming a house, storming a base, very fast Twitch based shooter. That's so precise. To, like you can shoot somebody through like a tiny hole in the wall and kill them. But like I'm just not good at that. I'm good at like jumping around and fucking trying to jump over people and shooting them from behind and weird shit like that.
Oh yeah, I didn't realize. It just says you can actually turn off the hostage from match finding, so you don't have to do that one. I quite like it. Funny when someone in the opposite
I like
team
it too. I think it's really fun because like sometimes you get kind of close to taking the hostage out, but then they accidentally kill the hostage, and you're like, "Yay, you win!"
Still win. Yeah, there's there's a bit of a problem with team killing, but luckily when you're with a group of people, it's always on the other side. So
yeah.
Although I was playing with I think it was Spizy or May, I think it was May who's in Spizy who's in the chat, and there was a British flag. They started shooting the flag. And like we're really shooting the flag, so I just turned around and headshotted him. Instant kill. Thought you'd like that, Jordan.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Yeah, no. So really, still really addicted to that game. I love it. Game I'm not still addicted to is Shadow of War. I'm bored of it. I got to the you do your first act, which is great. Then you got the second act, and you can unlock loads of abilities. But at the first like area where you start recruiting people and you're trying to overthrow a fort, I pretty much dominated nearly all of the orcs in there. So they were all helping me, and it was really easy to win. And you don't actually have like a boss battle in that one. No spoiler, but yeah, you don't. There's no boss battle. And then it's like the rest of the map opens up, and you can choose whichever one you want to go to, and then start liberating those forts. So I did one, and then like after about 10 minutes, I'm like, oh, this is pretty much exactly what I just did the last one. I'm finding orcs, dominating them. But the annoying thing is, like he wanted me to be a higher level for a lot of stuff. Like you can only dominate and control orcs of your level, but the only way to level up is by doing certain missions. You can't just go around killing orcs and slowly leveling up like you could in the first game, which I really miss, because I just like wandering around killing orcs. And if I'm leveling up at it, you know, it feels like I'm not just doing it for no reason. Whereas that's what I felt like I was doing.
Yeah. So my advice would be just start going through the campaign, because I think a lot of people have been put off from the campaign because there's a lot of talk around it's a shit story, and I would agree. Like it's not, like the story isn't great, but what the campaign will do is not only give you XP to level up, which is obviously important, but will also put you in some really like cool scenarios that flexes the Nemesis system. It's called the Nemesis system. It is, isn't it? Yeah. So I made that up then. So yeah, so I would, like as much as yeah, the story isn't good, the actual scenarios that the campaign will then put you in, and it'll take you about probably 25 hours to go through that campaign, and I think that's enough time to spend with that game. Really, I think a lot of people are getting hung up with, I'm just going to go and fuck around with the system, but the campaign will do that. Most of what the campaign is a little cutscene, you know, of varying quality, and then it'll be like, right, here's a base, you need to go and take down this captain. So you're still fucking with the Nemesis system, but you're doing it to progress the story.
Okay.
That'd be my recommendation if you're losing traction with it.
I'm pretty sure I was trying to find I think that was the only mission I could do. I know I was looking for the mission to do stuff and I couldn't find it. So I don't know if I was under-leveled maybe. I just wish you could level up killing orcs, because that's so much fun. But if you're just doing it and absolutely no reason, like you're killing orcs just for nothing, it doesn't seem there's any point. But anyway, I got to I actually managed to dominate. I killed the people protecting the big boss. Then I got to the boss and I was level 21 and he was level 30. Unfortunately, I wasn't playing it on easy. It was just normal. And then like with 2 hits, he'd killed me. And then obviously that game you can't reload. It sends you out. Then the boss became even stronger. And now I'm like, oh, so I've got to do it all again. Great. And then I might die again and have to start.
Well, I wouldn't recommend you doing the fortress then. So the fact that he's level 30 is basically telling you that you're not supposed to be taking over that fortress yet. I only did the fortresses when the only mission that was left. And some missions will say you need to have taken over this fortress in this particular area. Yeah. I did it then because I think that's then probably the right time to be doing it, and probably you'd be roughly correctly leveled.
Maybe I'll have a look. Maybe I probably just missed it then. I probably just missed where the campaign was continuing, because I got the impression that the only thing I could really do then was take over that fortress, or level up somehow and then take over that fortress.
So the menus in that game are pretty shit, but for the for the mission stuff, it's fairly decent. Like it'll just show you via it, like each area, and have a list of them, and you can even fast travel to them via that screen. Then, so just have a look what's available, I guess.
Okay, no, I'll have a look then. I'll go back to it because I spent a lot of money on it. I should try and get some more out of it. But yeah, that's Shadow of War. Just mainly been playing multiplayer games. So Rainbow Six Siege, PUBG. I think tonight I'm going to play some more Fortnite Battle Royale with Melem and people.
Play what's that shit called?
Allergic
Walking
to
Dead.
PUBG.
It's so easy.
Yeah.
You would love Walking Dead. I'm telling you.
It's very
so
easy.
Annoying.
You would like it.
Yeah, it's like a very laid back game. It's very. I mean, it's stressful at times, but like
I played Walking Dead on my iPad, and it was really good.
Yeah, like
it was really good fit for the iPad.
Is it on the Switch?
Not yet. I guarantee you, it will be in like a.
Yeah, that seems like a good. That sounds like a really good, Telltale platform.
I would buy every single Telltale game on the Switch again.
Just chilling
They'll
on
probably
the.
release a collection on there at some point, I'm guessing.
Yeah. All right. So, is it time for the news? By the way, we're going to do some news. If you do have any questions for us, send them in chat. Can be about whatever you want. Video games, always good. But yeah, if you want to leave or any comments maybe about the top 100 from last week, we'll happily read them out. But yeah, time for. Let's hope I've got it right this time. The news.
Start spreading the news.
Click, 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 play.
Click, click, play, click, play, click, play the news. Click, click, play the news. Jordan, what's in the news? What's happening in Syria?
What's happening in Syria? Oh, it's fucked, mate. Absolutely fucked.
To cancel
so
my
moving on
orders.
to video games. So big news of the week is that EA has shut down Visceral Studios, another casualty on the EA train.
What's Visceral Studios?
They made Dead Space.
Oh.
And they were working on the narrative based, the Star Wars game.
What?
With the same writer as Uncharted 2 and 3.
Oh, no one should ever try and make a Star Wars narrative game because they just need to get shut down. What happened with, was that Star Wars 1818 or something? 1313, yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of it was basically that game, I think, by the sounds of it. They were trying to get the concept for that game off the ground, and they got the Uncharted lady in to try and do it, which sounds like a fucking perfect fit to me. But well, they haven't. I don't think they've canned the game. They've gone in a different direction.
It's a card game, loot box based card game.
Star Wars Legends. So that is where it is. I'd really like a kind of Uncharted-esque Star Wars game. I think there's definitely room for that. But I don't think. Well, I've got to assume it'll. They've been working on it for 4 years. There must be assets and scripts and stuff like that. So maybe that stuff will come out, but it'll just have an end game and whatever else you need to have, loot boxes and all that kind of bullshit. But yeah, sad times. Unfortunate. And I love Dead Space as well, so that's a bit shitty.
They should get Amy Hennig to write the new Madden story mode, I guess.
Yes, that's definitely the best use of Madden, I agree.
Madden, do they have a story mode in that? FIFA does now. The Journey.
Madden does. Madden has a story mode. It has the guy from Moonlight in it.
Does it teach you? Does it teach you how to play the game? How to play Madden?
No, what I hear about this story mode in Madden is like it's very not about playing football. It's like you do like tiny things like that have nothing to do with football at times. It's weird.
Sounds like the NBA one.
I mean, I'm not gonna fucking play it because fuck the NFL.
Oh, is Madden NFL? I thought it was. Is that the brand? Is that their version of FIFA?
Yes, I mean, aren't they made by the same people?
Yeah, I didn't know what Madden was. I didn't know if it was NFL.
Madden's
okay.
American football.
Can you take a knee at the start? Can you choose?
Yeah, you can choose, and
DLC.
then you don't get picked up on the next season.
It's
really weird.
Kills your career.
Yeah, your jerseys. People start burning your jerseys for no reason. Yeah. But then you can beat the fuck out of your wife and be fine. You can go dog fighting and you're still fine. It's weird. It's weird how that game works. The
Nice.
mechanics in that game are very vast and expansive. Like you can do like an uppercut to your wife and knock her out in an elevator, and then like the next season you get picked up for like millions of dollars. But the second you take a knee, nah, you're dead. Game over.
Yeah,
Wow.
fuck that.
Let's talk about Trump right now. We have to.
Speaking of sport, did you see that guy in the the NBA who moved to a new team and then 6 minutes into the game broke his leg?
Broke his leg. God damn it. Poor guy.
I'm just thinking about it now.
He's done forever.
You can come back. People have come back, but yeah, his leg just went burp and just hung off. Oh, I feel a bit sick thinking about that. Anyway, speaking of horrible things, Doom.
Wait, yes, 1 second. Can you have like a bone? Can you have a bone break in any of those sports games?
You haven't broken legs.
Can that happen? No, but like I'm not talking about like they fall into the ground. They're like, "Ow, my leg," and now it just says injury. Like, no, I'm wondering if like, can your leg just like snap forward and you're like, "Fuck!" Maybe
that's
the sidelines, just like with his leg like ripped off. I wonder if that'd be really cool.
Sounds amazing. Wasn't there a game like that? Like, was it Blitzball or Blitz?
Blitz the league. You can like tackle someone and break their leg the other way. It's insane.
Oh, need to play that. Is there a thing called Blitzball is the Final Fantasy X game, isn't it? But isn't there a game like a really horrific sports game where you have to like kill people and stuff?
Blitz the league.
Is that
like you can get a shank and you can stab people. You play prison ball. You get arrested in the second game.
Just looking at the screenshots, yeah, that's what this is what I've seen someone play. Like, there's a massive community of this on PC.
Wait, Blitz the league?
Yeah, I'm sure I've seen it before.
Yeah.
Or something similar.
Crazy.
Yeah. So, Jordan?
Yeah, so we've got. I assume we already had a date for this, but apparently not. It's news this week. So Doom on the Switch is out November the 10th. I think we knew it was coming out like in this quarter, didn't we? We knew it was before Christmas, but yes, November 10th for Doom.
Are you gonna buy it?
I got to play that at the Bethesda event I went to, and my God, it was so fucking cool. It was like, wait, I'm sorry, I have someone at my door. I'll be right back.
So no, I won't be buying it because that game deserves to be played on the biggest screen that you've got with a kick-ass surround system and stuff like that. But it's still cool that it's coming out, and people that don't have like a PS4 or a PC will get to play it. And it just is cool that Doom is out on a handheld. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, and some people are gonna be able to play that haven't before. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'd play it on. Yeah, 30 frames per second. Bit strange as well. Wait, Andre's putting his shoes on now. Uh-oh. Being challenged to a duel. Gone out.
Gone.
Yeah.
Next bit of news is that Crystal Dynamics, who make the Tomb Raider games currently, they've teased. Well, we're assuming they've teased what could potentially be their next game. So, did you ever play Soul Reaver?
No, I didn't.
So Soul Reaver was a PS1 and PC game back in the 90s, based on the Legacy of Kain series, I believe, which was like an older series, again on PC, and I think there was a PS1 version of that game as well. Kind of like a gothic. I think you're a vampire. I think the Kain guy is a vampire, but yeah, like a gothic kind of quite dark game. The character in the Soul Reaver games is a really cool character. I think his name is Raziel, and I'm just imagining this game with the new Tomb Raider engine. I think this would be a really good fit, and it's kind of got that nostalgia for a lot of people. So it'll already have, like, instead of just creating a new IP, I'm sure this will either be a complete reboot or, you know, you won't need to have played the fucking PS1 game to play this, I'm sure. But I think it'll already have like a little bit of a following, which always helps with stuff like this. It's not like just launching a new IP, even though it'll be an entirely different type of game. So considering how good the last two Tomb Raiders have been, this could be real fucking good.
So it looks like it got like one of these games got canned a couple of years ago. There was a 32-minute
Yeah,
video
it wouldn't
apparently
surprise me.
cancelled.
I'm sure there would have been like PS2 versions as well, but I don't know anything. Like the series just seemed to really fizzle away. But the PS1 game is fairly fondly remembered. I downloaded it on the Vita, and it's unplayable because you need to use all of the shoulder buttons, and you can't really do that in the Vita properly.
Yeah, there was a 32-minute video came out apparently of a new one 2 years ago that was meant to make it look like Assassin's Creed, that type of open world game.
Yeah.
See, John, this is why we have you on. You know
it
so much about video games. Soul Reaver, that's a game I think I recognise the picture of it, but no idea about it.
Yeah. I think it's a really good fit. Like I said, it's bringing back something. It's almost like launching new IP, but it's not as risky because people will know it, and they've got a good track record of taking like classic series and kind of modernizing them. So yeah, I'll be paying attention to this. I think it could be really cool. Next bit of
we want to know what Andre was up to.
Oh no, the mailman came to my door, so I needed to go.
Anything interesting?
Did you play Soul Reaver at all back in the day?
I have literally never even heard. This is the first time I've ever heard those two words mentioned together. So no.
Google it, because I bet you recognize the art.
Soul Reaver,
Legacy of Kain.
Oh, Reaver. I have never in my entire life seen this game. Legacy of Kain.
Yeah, maybe he was bigger in the UK.
I've heard about it, but I've never played it or even seen a screenshot from it.
I think I saw it in a magazine
cool.
once. That was it. Yes. So
next bit of news is that the first lot of original Xbox backwards compatible games coming to Xbox One have been announced. So I'm going to take you through them now. So when they initially said about we're going to start doing original Xbox backwards compatibility, I was already like, which games are you going to do? Because Xbox hasn't got the greatest catalog. As soon as you take Halo out of there, it's
I just thought, but when that news came in, I was like, oh, they don't already. I thought they might have done that with the 360 stuff.
So the first lot is fairly decent, to be fair. You got Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time.
Oh, love that game. I played that game so much. I finished it. One of my first games I finished.
There you go. Dead to Rights, which I feel like I should know, but I don't.
Yes, that's the best fucking game. You're running around with a pet dog. You're like a cop, and it's like you jump around, shoot people, and you can sick your dog on people. It's really cool.
Okay, yeah, sounds good. Red Faction 2.
Wow,
fair enough.
That's a game.
Fusion Frenzy.
Fuck yeah, that's what everyone was waiting for.
What's Fusion Frenzy?
So remember Gladiators?
Yes.
Where you'd have to go in the ball and roll like a giant hamster ball type thing. It looks like that based on the cover work.
I played this game. I had the demo of this game.
What?
Yeah, that's how a lot of people played it.
I've literally never heard of that one.
Oh no, really? I had the demo.
That's like the one everybody talks about. It's like a party game. It's like a really shitty party game.
I thought you were being sarcastic when you said that that's what everyone was waiting for.
It's like
no, yeah, it's weird.
It's like, what's it called? Mario Party, but decent.
Okay.
I wouldn't say that.
You've got New Wave, The King of Fighters, or The King of Fighters New Wave. I'm not sure which way that goes around, but fair enough. I'm pretty sure there's probably better options in terms of fighting games. Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic. So that is a fucking awesome game. To be fair, I bought an Xbox to play that game.
You can play it on your phone.
I have it on my phone, but I never beat it.
Yeah, you can now. Yeah, this is about 15 years ago. Ninja Gaiden Black, which is a really good game actually, and that is one of the ones on Xbox that was one of the games that an Xbox owner could say, we've got Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah,
really good.
I played that.
Crimson Skies.
Fuck yeah, that's like the one game I'm gonna buy.
Yeah, a lot of people like Crimson Skies. Pirates is that like Sid Meier's Pirates? I'm guessing.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Cool. Blood Rain 2. Which I think, wasn't it talking about video game films? Wasn't there a video game film of Blood Rain before?
Yeah, I forget who made it. The guy who makes every shitty video game movie.
Oh fuck! I forgot about that guy. He's the worst.
He has like a 3-letter last name. Bell, Ooze Bell or something.
Let me see. It's googling. Oh, it's on 2.9 out of 10 on IMDb.
Of course.
4%
Too
on
high.
Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah, Uwe
That's
Boll. Uwe Boll.
Uwe Boll.
Uwe
I could have done
Boll.
without knowing that name.
He's retired.
So yeah,
Thank God.
I don't know anything about. Is
you know,
Blood Rain good?
No. I mean, it had a following. Like everyone, it was like a fast-paced action fighting thing, but I don't like it.
You know, they had 353,000 people petitioned Uwe Boll to retire.
Oh, really?
He said if he got 1 million signatures, then he'd retire, but he didn't reach 1 million. He only got to nearly 400,000.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, but I think he's retired now.
Grabbed by the Ghoulies.
All right.
What the fuck was wrong with Xbox? What are these fucking games? Grabbed by the Ghoulies.
You've never played that
man.
game? It's pretty interesting.
Oh, no, I haven't. But
And then
wait, just before I go, this Uwe Boll in 2015 told everyone to go fuck themselves in a viral video targeting those who did not fund his film Rampage 3 on Kickstarter.
I've seen Rampage 1 and 2. Oh my god, they're the worst pieces. I don't know why I've watched them both.
like based on the game Rampage.
No, it's literally the most offensive thing I've ever like. It's offensive as fuck movie. It's about this guy who's just like really bored with his life, so he buys a bunch of guns and then goes through his town killing everybody. No reason. It's an extremely offensive movie. And then at the end he gets away with it, and then number 2 he starts killing everyone again. And I guess he wanted to make a fucking third one.
Oh, there's there's another one called. Oh, is it a sequel? No, there's one called President Down, where he assassinates the president and then the vice.
The second one.
Oh, is that the second one? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
God.
And obviously the main guy is called Bill Williamson. Like every generic name you can think of.
Yeah.
Oh, that guy was in Leprechaun Origins as well. That sounds a great name.
Oh.
Yeah.
And
Wanna find
the last game that's going to be backwards compatible, arguably the best on the list, is Psychonauts.
Oh, that's sweet.
I've got that on
Yeah.
PC.
I never beat
Yes.
that game.
So I think looking at this, I don't think there's anything here that I would, because Psychonauts is on Steam, Knights of the Republic is on Steam, and I'd rather play Neo than Ninja Gaiden. So yeah, no, I wouldn't play any of these.
Apparently, it sounds like
What about
Alexander Fro
Fusion
likes it.
Frenzy?
Yeah, we need to play that
What was
together.
that?
What if is Fusion Friendly online multiplayer? Did Xbox have online?
No, the original Xbox did have online, but I don't think Fusion Friendly was online.
That's like a fun game.
You had to remember Halo 2 came out for the Xbox.
Yeah.
But there's no reason of bringing those over since the Halo collection's out.
Paddy says he wants Jet Set Radio Future.
That'd be cool. That'd be a cool game. I just wanted the Knights of the Old Republic 2. Is that on there?
No.
Was that any
This is
good?
Yeah, it was unfinished, so they they kind of rushed that one out. But yeah, it is good.
God damn.
MGS5.
I hate unfinished games.
Yeah, well, you'd think they'd finish them.
Yeah, totally. Dickhead. So the last bit of news that I've got, and it's not really news, and I don't really want to talk about it too much, but I've just got to point out that Gabe Newell, i.e. Valve,
Mr. Valve.
Steam head of, is now within the top 100 of Forbes 400 wealthiest Americans.
Can you run down the whole 100?
I read a figure earlier that in the last year, his wealth has increased by 1.4 billion in the last year alone. So I just want to point this out because I wouldn't typically put this on there because it's not very interesting. Why the fuck can't he just make me a Half-Life 3? He's got like literally he increased by 1.5 billion this year. Just siphon off like 100 million, make Half-Life 3, you piece of shit.
Yeah, in VR. There isn't top 100. Who are the other 100? Who are the other 99? Let's go through. I like counting down from 100. Let's go through everyone.
Didn't they say they were making like a Switch VR thing where you just connect your Switch onto your face?
That sounds terrible.
That sounds like the worst idea ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a good idea.
As Paddy in the chat says, oh, they're not because Half-Life fucking sucks.
Oh, right, okay.
By the way, Paddy...
I mean, it's not in our top 100, so whatever.
That's what 2 was.
Yeah, 2 was. By the way, next week we're going to be joined by... I've done a bit of headhunting during the thing. Next week we're going to be joined by Melamanon. And the week after we'll be joined by Paddy RJB. So Paddy is going to be here in 2 weeks discussing how terrible Half-Life is. Looking forward to that, Jordan?
Yes.
Tell him how wrong he is. Also, a bit of news. Hitman info is going to be announced, I think, Tuesday. We got to find out.
Nobody gives a fuck.
Play Hitman and enjoy it. Play it all. I want to. It'll probably just like some skin you can download for like a new suit.
I will play Hitman the second you beat Walking Dead.
Okay, deal. I will go and try.
You know what's so funny? Like you would actually love what's it called? How do you like Grim Fandango and not like not play The Walking Dead?
I mean, they're very
different games.
I bought The Walking Dead 2 days before Christmas in 2012, and I've played a minute of it apparently. So I've played it. Mel says he's going to also show Undertale up yours. Yeah, he's going to say how great Undertale is as well.
I can't wait to shoot it down and be like, yeah, that's boring.
Got boring graphics. All right, but that's it with the news, and other than the Red Dead trailer that we heard earlier. So,
hey, wait, play the Red Dead trailer again.
Red Dead trailer again. Play it from the middle. Oh, wow. Terrible. Right. Jesus Christ. So, is it time for questions? Guys, get your questions in. We've already got a couple, but we want more. So, send us your questions. Oh.
I just read the first question.
Time to answer questions that have been in all of our minds. Question time. Leave it in the chat and we will answer it in due time. I know you.
It's question time. And the first question is coming from a Mr. B. Ostrix. Actually, I thought when I said, hey, news, let's talk about Syria, I came up with a question: when can we start fighting ISIS in video games?
God damn. Not soon enough, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, like you fight Nazis, you fight like you can fight Middle East. You know, what's it called? What were the games that were set in the Middle East where you can Operation Desert Storm and all that stuff? Why can't we kill ISIS yet? Yeah. You up for that, Jordan? Killing ISIS?
I think you kind of already do. I don't think you'll ever get ISIS. They're not going to say the words ISIS in the game because like the BBC can't even bring itself to say ISIS. So I don't think that's going to happen. But there's plenty of games where you know, it's generic radical Islamic sect versus Western military forces, right?
Yeah, it was very generic.
They just don't outright. And I think that you're probably not seeing much of it because the whole modern warfare stuff has kind of gone away. I guess COD has gone back to World War II, and before that it was kind of near future stuff. And obviously
killed plenty of Russians.
Battlefield has gone back in time as well. So I'm sure if the modern warfare thing was a thing right now, yeah, I don't think they'd call them ISIS, but they'd have a black flag, and they'd be very similar to what you see on the news every day, I would assume.
Yeah, I don't think religion would play a part in it.
Yeah.
Plus, you wouldn't mention Islam. It's not Islam, is it?
Plus, ISIS has like a really strict copyright thing where they flag all the videos with ISIS.
Man, ISIS's production values are shit hot. Like if you look at those videos that they do, fuck, those guys know what they're doing with like a YouTube vid. Serious, like
just use that.
That's really good camera work.
Use the dildo flag version. You seen that in American news? There's a guy. Somebody was at London Pride, and they had like a version of the ISIS flag, but instead of the like Arabic writing, they just had loads of dildos. And it was and Fox News were like, look at this. ISIS promoting, themselves on the streets of London. Look how like Islam's Sharia laws taken over the world, and he was just a guy with a big dildo flag in the shape of ISIS. It might not. It might have even been CNN actually, rather than Fox. But fake news. Well, Melum in the chat says, "I'd like to kill Americans."
Oh.
Go play GTA. That's good. You can choose. You can find
Far Cry
any
5 is gonna be dope.
GTA 5. You can find any type of American to kill in there. Great.
Yeah.
Paddy says, also, is anyone annoyed that COD World War II is all for the, oh dear, he's using it unironically, social justice warriors in the world, female soldiers, and no Nazi swastikas, etc.? Well, I'm not annoyed, really, Paddy. In fact, I cancelled my World War II pre-order because I realised that I didn't really care about it, and I'd rather have the money in my bank. But no Nazi swastikas, that's probably for... so they can license it in Germany, I imagine. But they could have put it in the rest.
They tend to just change games for the German market with that stuff. So I think I haven't looked into it. I'm not sure why they've removed swastikas. I think it's stupid. I think it's
look at Wolfenstein. They can't get enough.
Well, yeah. I think if you're gonna do a World War II game, which I think is fine. I don't think it's disrespectful to do a World War II game or whatever. But let's not try and make it clinical. You should at least present, if you're going to do a hyper-realistic version of it, you should represent. Swastikas were pretty fucking prominent.
Yeah.
In World War.
That's why I'm just gonna play fucking Wolfenstein, where you can punch Nazis and whatnot.
Burn swastika flags. Yeah, I wonder what the German. I bet that advert just didn't even play in Germany. It's just black everywhere. Nope. Don't look at this. Don't look at this picture. But yeah, female soldiers. They had them in the Battlefield 1 DLC, wasn't it? Because it was one regiment or something in Russia that had them.
Is it in the... So with the female soldiers, is it that there's female soldiers in the campaign, or is it just that with the multiplayer you can pick to be a female soldier?
Yeah, I have no idea.
I think it's just a multiplayer.
Two very different things. If it's just the multiplayer, that's completely fine. It's no more absurd than what basing a competitive multiplayer fucking game around World War II is anyway. So it's absurd, and it's happening.
Yeah.
If they've written, I very much doubt they've done this, but if they've written female soldiers into the campaign, then yeah, that's a bit mental.
They should. I'd like World War II to be a bit informative, because people seem to be forgetting about history and things like that now. So having it, play a video game, learn a bit about what happened. That would be great. Do you know, Normandy landings, Hitler would have had a full battalion of people ready to destroy those that on the Allies if he hadn't slept in. But apparently he fell asleep. He got drunk and fell asleep, and then that's the reason why he got his ass kicked. That's quite funny.
Hitler, more like Shitler.
Yeah, God, should have put some effort in.
Yeah, come on, guys. Someone needs to take that Hitler fella down a peg. You know?
People praise him too much. He's just lazy. Melum says, I'm going to kill American in Far Cry 5 every day after breakfast when it comes out.
Is this the guy that's coming on the show?
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to rethink this.
Oh, he's great. He's just trying. You don't, you don't have to be like Jordan to be on the show.
You should probably be a Western patriot, or I won't allow it.
He's from Norway. Yeah. They're very meh.
I'm very meh about Norway, so that makes sense. I had an argument with a Norwegian guy in a pub once.
Oh yeah? What was it? Whether fish should be pickled or fermented?
No, we were arguing about how many soldiers Norway had pledged to the allegiance of the willing.
Oh, I really need to go for a drink with you, Jordan. Sounds fascinating. And did
I was
you
right.
You were right. Okay. Right. How many did they have?
I can't remember, a couple of thousand, something like that.
What was he saying?
Way more. It's way more.
There aren't many more people in Norway.
No.
I'm actually going to Norway. Beginning of December.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I don't. That's not the Viking call. We got another question. The next question is a long question. The creators of Assassin's Creed Origins just released the minimum PC specs and system requirements you'll need to play. The company says that optimizing the game for PC play has been very important, as has making the game accessible to players on a wide variety of systems. As developers try to release new games on more and more platforms, should they have the recommended specs for all systems posted on the back of their physical PC game copies? Thought they already did that. What do you think?
What? Wait.
Do you think?
Read that entire question again.
Oh God, no!
No, don't read it again. So he's the should they give recommended specs for all systems posted on the back? So don't they always have the recommended specs on the?
Yeah, does it mean for different? Because they have sometimes they have like an NVIDIA. Yeah, I thought you already did that. Do you know though, like that
says optimizing the game for PC players is very important, as is the game accessible for players on wide variety of systems. Yeah, I assume we're just talking about PC. Yeah, when he says wide variety of systems, as developers try to release new games on more platforms, they have recommended specs for all systems for all. So is he saying that having what do you mean by recommended specs for all systems? Surely there's just like a baseline of recommended spec, and that's what they put a minimal spec, like at least in the UK there's a minimum spec and a recommended spec. To be honest, talking about physical PC games, there probably isn't
yeah, that's all I was gonna say.
I
haven't seen a physical PC game in since Half-Life 2 when I bought it in game.
Yeah. Do you know what that reminds me of though? The new South Park on Steam, with the minimum and recommended requirements, they've added, this is I think one of the first games that's done this, added what frame rate you're going to get. So it's like cool. System requirements for the butthole. System minimum gets you 720 at 60 frames per second. Recommended gives you 1080 at 60 FPS, which I think is cool. Also, that game's getting it's well received by critics, but very, very mixed on Steam by actual people who've played it. Not like random people who would review a game without playing it. Can't imagine those people exist though. Unless DeAndre's not listening.
Nope. I don't give a fuck about PC. Just buy every game on the Switch. You avoid all that shit. Yeah,
this would be a good game on the Switch, wouldn't it? The butthole game.
Oh my god, I would love that.
But yeah, it's on mixed at the moment. It's like a lot of people saying like it's with critical reviews really positive, but it's actually the story's really dull and it's not nowhere near as funny. It's a different. Yeah. Obsidian didn't do this one. A lot of people are like, yeah, they're really funny guys, but this wasn't funny. Like, wow, all of them are not recommended.
Yeah, I'm hearing like a lot of mixed things about this one. Everyone's saying, like, I hear people saying it's like way funnier than the first one.
Yeah. Oh, I was laughing constantly with the first one. I still haven't finished it. I just wanted to take my time and really enjoy it. Love it.
I noticed that the video game echo chamber is starting to turn against South Park as well. I think Kotaku or Polygon or one of these silly websites released an article like calling out South Park for their humor. So basically, the puritanical left has finally come for South Park, and it's probably the wrong fight to pick because those South Park guys are going to be 10 times more intelligent than any of these idiotic video game writers.
Yeah,
it was Patrick Klepek. I just looked at the title and thought.
Of course, it was Patrick Klepek. Of course, it was.
I normally like him, and I looked at the title and I thought, I'm not going to read that article because I like South Park. Not going to be. That's like a thing, though, isn't it? Like you enjoy something, and then you're told that you shouldn't like it, and you go, "Oh, okay." Sorry, I didn't.
Seems to be the trend now. Yeah.
What was it? There was a game. No, there was a TV program, The Crown. Have you ever seen The Crown on Netflix? And there was a guard. I really enjoyed it. Loved it. It was one of the only TV series that I'm, really, really into, and can't wait for the next one. And then there was a Guardian article saying that we shouldn't like it because
it's racist. Somehow it's racist, is it?
There weren't enough poor people. In a documentary about the monarchy.
Yeah.
Or in a dramatization of the monarchy. So yeah.
There was even with like Shadow of War, there was like they even tried to get into. They were like, oh well, it's slavery, isn't it? I'm like, just fuck off. It's fucking stupid video games. Fuck off. Go and actually be academic and intelligent elsewhere, and don't use these arguments and just throw in racist fucking accusations out there just to pretend that you're intelligent for 5 minutes. It's fucking nonsense.
Nonsense. I sent you that thing on the WhatsApp group. Did you read it? The what was it called? It's like a theory I sent you a theory. I can't believe you didn't read it. It was let me quickly see.
I did.
Something
I saw what you said.
Of the
It was
small.
interesting.
Yeah, it's like how people within very small, like people with very small differences in beliefs, they'll attack each other like just as much as those with total opposite beliefs, which is really nice. Like, oh, this person's narcissism of small differences is called, and it's like Nietzsche or somebody that did it, and yeah, he said, was it Nietzsche? No, Freud, Sigmund Freud. He talked about it and said like how. And it's true, like people, it's like, oh, all white people are racist, and you go, well, actually, no, like look, a lot of people are they've campaigned for equal rights and stuff. No, nope, they're all racist because of it. And it's like, look, these guys are trying to help you. They're not the ones you should be attacking. Attack actual racists, maybe. Oh, anyway, this has turned into a politics thing. Next question. So, is anyone willing to give Assassin's Creed a shot after Ubisoft gave it a year off?
Yeah, of course. If assuming that it's like I'll this is one of those games that I'll just completely wait until reviews. I'm not going to pre-order anything. I'm not a big Assassin's Creed fan anyway, but considering they've taken a year off and it's such an important franchise for them, I would like to imagine this is going to be a good game, if not an excellent one. So I'll wait and see. From the previous question, it sounds like they've really focused on PC as well. So hopefully there's a really good kind of PC version, and if all the pieces come together and the critical praises, like I need it to be like at least a 90% on Metacritic for me to bother with this. And like I've seen some videos, and like one of my big gripes with Assassin's Creed is just and a lot of Ubisoft games is just the overkill with the HUD and just reliance on ugly HUD in these beautiful worlds that they build. So I'm hoping that they moved away from that, but some videos that I've seen suggest that they haven't. And that's kind of a personal thing, but for me, it's a deal breaker.
I've come to the realization that I quite like Ubisoft, and I even like Uplay.
You like Uplay?
Yeah,
what's wrong with you?
I know. It's when I look at like Uplay unlocks things in games. Like you can play a game, you get points, and you can unlock things. Even it's not. Well, it's fun. It's something interesting to play. No, I like it.
The worst thing that the Xbox ever did for video games is achievements.
God, are you kidding me?
I love
the
achievements.
one thing stopping me from like playing Wolfenstein on the Switch is the fact that I can't get achievements on it.
Oh, that's a good scenario. I bet you're really happy with that. Thanks, Xbox.
One thing as well about I was tempted to rebuy because I'm on 92% on with The Division on PS4, and I was really tempted to get it on PC so I can like just play with some other people on there. I was like, nope, I'm going to be playing that game if I want to go back to it, which I think I might this week for a bit because that's a good game. It's quite like to try and get 100% platinum on it, but that's something to work towards. I would have just put that game away and never played it again, but it's still at the back of my mind thinking, I've only got like 3 more gold trophies to get, and then I've got 100% and I've got the platinum.
Who cares? On my PS4, I switched off trophies. I have no idea what happens with trophies on my PS4. It doesn't pop up. Nobody can see my trophies. I don't go in and see them. Fuck it. It's just busy work.
Oh.
Like, so you decided not to, like, the PC version of that game is really, really good. You decided not to go over just because you've got 92% on some arbitrary list.
Yeah, save me money as well.
You need to do 8% more busy work to get it to 100.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they give me Ubisoft Uplay coins as well that I can unlock soundtracks of like Rainbow Six Siege and that.
Disgusting.
Wallpapers.
And what really annoys me is that it's clearly baked into, like, if I want to release, not that I'm going to do this anytime soon, but if I wanted to release a game on PlayStation, I'm pretty sure that you have to have trophies. I don't think you can just opt out of that trophy system, right?
You should release it on Switch.
They'll have something. Nintendo will have something very soon around that, I imagine, if they haven't announced it already. Like, so if I'm releasing like a really fucking artsy fartsy game, but I have to still think about how I sew in these stupid fucking arbitrary, achievements or trophies or whatever it is. So when I go to play the Shadow of the Colossus remake next year, if I hadn't already had my trophies completely turned off, so I never have to see them, every time I beat a boss, I have a fucking trophy. So that's a really majestic moment in that game, and you defeat a boss, and there's lovely music and a really nice cutscene.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen? A little fucking boom.
Yeah.
Isn't that even better?
And it's like I've actually done something. I've been given a trophy because I've tried so hard and done something.
It's a layer of consistency that no other medium has.
It's great, though.
And we should
Oh, I
Video
don't
games
know.
shouldn't have it either.
I get trophies in Audible. If I listen to a book for a certain amount of hours, it comes up with you've unlocked the.
Wow.
Yeah, I got an achievement from Netflix from like watching 12 episodes of like something in a row, and I was like, huh, that's cool.
It's like a fucking episode of Black Mirror or something. That works.
Hey man, join us,
Yeah.
us, Jordan.
Go on,
Join us.
Jordan.
Be happy about this.
Mellum in the chat says, Ben, you should never go into a casino with all those pretty lights and so. Ooh.
Yeah.
And JP says achievements are cool, and I'm trying to get the platinum on Bloodborne. Yeah, like because once you finish a game, it's easy to just put it down. But then those trophies are like, oh, actually, look, it can do this. I can do this. I can do this for a trophy. Just, I mean, if you platinum a game, I think you're pretty much done. Like with it, you've got a real sense of achievement.
It depends on the plans you put together. And I'm not saying that there are some really good examples of how you can build it. And what I'm not a fan of is the fact that for every console game, this has to be baked into it. Now, pretty much every PC game, because I think Steam has got the same kind of fucking system, isn't it? So it's just, I think it's just really weird. You've got this entire medium of video games, and the three main sources of how we play them are Xbox, PlayStation, and on Steam, right?
Mm-hmm.
Every single one of those sources insists, I don't know if Steam does actually, but I know Xbox and PlayStation do, they insist that as part of the creative process for your game, your piece of art, you have to sew in these achievements.
Yep.
It's great.
It's absolutely mental.
Awesome. I love it.
Yeah, me too. I like achievements.
Why people don't take video games seriously.
But it's like it's like someone saying well done when you get that. It's encouragement.
Yep.
You don't need encouragement, Jordan. But you've turned it off. Like say for people who are just, they spend $60 on a game and then play it for just it's like the campaign and then turn it off. It's fine for people like that. But those who like to actually get 100%.
Who's turning it off though? It's like the HUD stuff. It really annoys me when I go like Horizon Zero Dawn was bad for it. Like it's got too much HUD in that game, and the option to have it dynamic was off. So why on earth didn't they just do it as default on? Because as much as the option's there, 90% of people are never going to even go into the options in that game to fuck around with HUD settings and things like that. And it makes the game so much better and so much more visually appealing, but they just got it wrong. And nobody's going to, and if people are not doing that, nobody's actually going to go into the PlayStation thing and turn off trophies.
I didn't even know you could.
I guess it's only me that cares about it. So.
Yeah. Are you going to get a PS4, Andre? Are you getting a camera?
I'm probably, yeah, I don't know yet. I'm still battling because I'm like, I spend way too much time playing Switch as it is. I don't need another fucking system that I haven't played half the games on, so I'm gonna have to fucking play all these games. Oh, yeah, so many good games.
Yeah, you need to get a PS4. When do you think the PS5 is going to come out?
Yeah, probably in like 2020. Yeah.
Yeah, they're working on it. I know somebody who's working on it. Well, I know somebody who's got who's like working on a part of it. But yeah, Assassin's Creed. I don't know. They're just it doesn't look anything like a console, or I don't think it's got anything to do with games. It's to do with visual rendering, something exciting stuff. All right, so I think that's it. Look at that, a podcast that didn't last over 3 hours.
Yay!
Nice. It's nice. So yeah, thanks very much, everyone. Join us next week. We're going to be joined by the one and only Mellemannen, who is Norwegian, and can bring us up on the Norwegian gaming industry. Is it THQ's now Nordic?
Yeah, THQ Nordic. I mean, now they're just THQ something, but...
Oh, yeah, now they've just gone back to... Well, they've got rid of the Nordic games thing. Do you know what I learned yesterday?
What?
That Nordic means Scandinavian. It doesn't mean Norwegian.
Really? Didn't know that either.
There you go. But yeah, it's...
But wait, I don't give a fuck, so...
What's that?
What's what?
Blowing bubbles. Okay, maybe I'm going insane. All right. Well, thanks to everybody for watching. If you can, if you do want to find out what our top 100 games are, I will read them out. But if you don't want me to read them out, go to clickclickplay.com and you can see the full list over there. That's also where you can get all the old podcasts and this podcast, but you probably already did that because you're listening to it. But yeah, find me on Twitch, BiggusBennus. I'm BiggusBennus1 on Twitter. Jordan, how do we find you?
If you want to, you can come to Twitter and find me. I forgot to tell you, Ben. Somebody from Barcelona sent me an abusive message earlier.
Oh, great.
Oh,
what was it about? Was it about the
Pablo Vasquez?
Okay, sounds right.
So I was
Were you being racist?
I was sat in a pub yesterday, and
what are you talking about this time?
I decided to write a few tweets about the Catalonia crisis at the moment.
Oh yeah.
So essentially, all very civil stuff. Just kind of because obviously I can relate with the Scottish thing going on in the UK. So I just thought I'd send my. I'm trying to make an effort to tweet more.
Okay, great.
More, so that's what I did yesterday, and
sticking to
controversy. And then this morning,
yeah,
I wake up. I've got this message from Pablo.
Yeah.
Shall I read it to you?
Go on then.
Typical fucking English. Catalonia. So I'm guessing Catalunya. Is that how they spell it there? Is that like...
That's the Catalan spelling of it.
Right, okay.
He's a separatist.
The name. I thought you spelled it wrong. Is Catalonia is know your business, so why do you comment? Look to Brexit and then maybe concern for other. David Cameron will lead Scotland to EU, not UK, and then what? I didn't have the heart to tell him that David Cameron stepped down over a year ago. Every English is stubborn and loud like you and Churchill. Thanks, mate.
Comparing
it's
you
pathetic. And then maybe you can translate this for me. He said, "There's a la murder, Phil de puta."
It's like he called you kind of a very bad name. And what was he replying to?
So he DM'd me.
Oh yeah. Oh, he DM'd you that, did he? What you said about it? What was your? Because I've actually got Sean Kelly in the chat. He lives very close actually to me. Something about son of a bitch. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's interesting what's happening in Catalonia. They're taking all their powers because they want a vote.
I wasn't even mean about it. I was quite pragmatic about it, but
yeah,
Pablo didn't take kindly to it. So there you go.
Yeah, it seems to be that there's. I can hear some really. Oh, is it you, Andre? Are you on the Switch? Oh.
What? What are you talking about?
I can hear bubbles and quack quack. Like, where's that sound? It's like it's Andre watching a kids' TV show or something. Oh no, he's on his Switch. Oh dear. But yeah, we have Spanish people in the chat right now.
Yeah, fuck all y'all.
Hey Andre, you can speak Spanish. Can you say follow us on Click Click Play in Spanish?
I don't know how to say follow.
Seguimos.
No, sigue a nosotros en Click Click Play. No, en Click Click Juega. Or Click Click Juego.
.com.
Click Click. No, yeah. Hey everybody, I'm Jose or Andre, whatever you want to call me. You can follow me on Twitter or on my YouTube at I'm gonna make movies. I'm look in the chat and I just posted a link to my newest video. It's what if Hideo Kojima directed the new Mario trailers, and check that out.
Very
Comment,
funny.
Please like it.
Send him abuse. Nice. Was you John that was sending him abuse on? Who was it? Somebody random? No, it wasn't you, John. It was somebody was randomly sending like putting abusive comments on your videos. One of my viewers on Twitch.
Why do you think it's me?
I don't know, John. I can't imagine why. I imagine you would be abusive.
No, I even featured them in the video. Like I need everyone to insult me. I do a lot of
that's right, yeah.
User stuff. And
awesome.
Yeah.
So
follow me on YouTube.
Yeah, and Visca Catalunya. And Visca Lewis Hamilton this evening in about an hour. Hopefully becomes the new World Drivers Champion in Formula 1. Alright, so stick around. We're going to play the outro and then we'll go and we'll do a little raid / host of Dogfin. So get waving. What is that annoying noise?
You hear my ducks?
I can hear your really annoying ducks. Bye.
Ducks. I have 4 ducks and they're all very healthy because I feed them every day. And they're doing. Oh shit! You know what I just realized?
You can eat them?
What's it called? Life is Strange came out, right?
Yeah.
The second episode? Holy shit, I need to go play that. Oh.
Huh. Oh, apparently Dogfin's offline now, so maybe we won't host him. We'll host somebody else. Let's stick around still.
Host me.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's off.
As I play
Oh, hey, bye. Oh, and Jordan's, why is it telling me that he's online? Even though he's not. This is annoying. So yeah, bye everyone. Let's send it over to Sylar. Or is he off as well? Bye all. Bye. Oh, he's off as well. This is weird. Say it's Tebow. Tebow's always good. Catch y'all later. All right, catch you later.
Oh,